James Mathers for the Digital Cinema Society at NAB 2023. Here with Dominick Aiello, and he's going to tell us about some new products from Wooden Camera.
Yes, so right now at NAB, we're actually now shipping our Elite Camera System for the Sony Venice. This is Venice and Venice 2. So we've done a lot of new features with this set of accessories. We've changed the base plate. We're using a faceplate cage, which is not like any other manufacturer. And we're doing one thing on the top plate that was something I wanted to do a long time ago for this camera. Just wasn't able to, but I was able to do it now that I'm over here at Wooden Camera. So this camera, being as modular as it is, gets to transform from a big studio mode down to a Rialto mode. Because of that, there's access points where you need to get to in order to access the screws, to remove the sensor block, and so on. So in the base plate system, it's actually a two-piece design, has an arca plate on the bottom. So we have a bridge plate to a riser plate to the base plate. That riser plate is actually with a safety system specifically for our arca. On that base plate, we're running dual rod clamps. This allows users to run longer rods to clamp them down tighter if they're using lens motors. We make access points to the bottom of the camera specifically for those two Rialto screws. And we even make a storage location for those two screws since they're not used in the Rialto. The faceplate cage actually utilizes the 4 screw points of the sensor block. So this can allow us to make the tightest cage possible for this camera. It also allows that when we transfer this cage or this sensor block over into Rialto, the cage transfers with it. You don't have to build a separate cage around the Rialto. It transfers with it. We have a lot of mounting points on that cage, allowing for bolt-on rods for supporting lens motors. We also have bolt-on rod locations specifically to hold the viewfinder. And that's what we're doing here, is the viewfinder is physically mounted to the faceplate as opposed to the top plate. Now that's important to us because the top of the camera comes with a dovetail. And no manufacturer to date has utilized that dovetail. We've all, even Wooden Camera in the past, had bolted a top plate to the top of that camera or developed our own dovetail on top of that camera. This is actually utilizing that dovetail, so now we can swipe off all of the whole top plate in one sweep, and that's perfect for, hey, we're in studio mode and we got to get inside the backseat of that car. You can now take that whole top plate off, take off all those top accessories. Now you have the lowest height possible, and now you can get inside that back seat of the car. The Ultra Handle system is a modular system that basically is a modification of a design that I worked on from a previous company back in 2013, and the Wooden Camera design, with the way the wood is working within the handle and the modular pieces. But we really worked on the diameter to make it more comfortable. So this diameter is completely different than all the other handles. The grip of the wood adds a nice non-slip texture. And then we made these nice little color rings that you can put in between all the junction points to give that color separation that's necessary for a Camera B camera, or if they just want to personalize it with different colors. So I think that gives you a complete rundown on, quickly, on all of the parts on the system.
Yeah, it looks like a really good system, and it's very customized, so that's going to marry to that particular camera.
Yes, very much so. Like I said, it does work on a Venice 1 as well. There's one part that does not, and on the back side of this body, we actually make a Velcro plate specific for the Venice 2. And that allows, it's just a nice little location that you can then Velcro some basic accessories. Here we got our MDR-X attached to that spot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.